In Portland, you survived C.J. McCollum's last shot. Tonight, you survived Damian Lillard's last shot. But, what was the difference in this game for you?
It was back and forth the whole night. We build a decent lead, and they go on an 11-0 run to take control back. Obviously, Nikola had one of those nights. 40 points, 8 assists, 10 rebounds, and that was from the get-go all the way through. But I love their defense in the fourth quarter. We held them to 33% and only allowed 1-3, and that was late to C.J. McCollum. So that was great to see. But I give a lot of credit to our crowd, and we talk about it a lot. But for us to be 18-3 at home, our players are doing their job. But we needed them to give us energy tonight, and to be home in front of our fans, 5 games, 7 nights. That was a huge part of our energy tonight was our fans. So a big shout out to them for being here and supporting us as well as they have.
Okay, well, in that aspect, they were really loud and right prior to that last play. And just how much does that benefit your team in terms of disrupting whatever Portland wants to do?
No, I mean, home court advantage. I mean, for years it was, the altitude. And what I like to think now is it's not only the altitude, but you have a really talented team and you have great fan support. Where this building is rocking every night. So our fans are a big part of that, getting loud, getting into the game, and making it uncomfortable for opposing teams. And I think they were able to do that at times tonight.
I thought Nikola Jokic set a physical, offensive tone early on. And just when he is able to do that, what does that do for your team?
It sets everybody else up. I mean, they tried playing him one-on-one. He was just having his way. They went to a double team. He finds Malik for a 3. That's what you love about Nikola Jokic. He's always going to make the right play. He's never going to force anything. And if you want to play him one-on-one, he's going to have a chance of putting up big numbers like he did tonight. The rebounding at times was spotty in that fourth quarter, but Paul wound up having a big putback, and down the stretch, Jamal and Nikola, like we've seen a lot in close games, close the game out by making big plays. And Jamal gets that miss offensive rebound, draws a foul, which was a big play as well.
It seems like every night we see something different. Tonight was 2 setters running pick and roll that ends with Jokic taking a DHO and throwing a lot. I mean, your impression of the play and we just don't see that.
It's really funny. I believe Nikola and Jamal might lead the NBA in efficiency in pick and rolls. And it's not Jamal handling, it's Nikola handling with Jamal setting, which is, obviously not what you're used to. And then to have Nikola handling and Mason screening. And the great thing about that is you have your best passer in Nikola and you have your best athlete in Mason. You can just throw the ball up. You can just throw the ball up anywhere. You can make the pass, and he's going to catch it and finish it. So that was a hell of a play. But I thought off the bench, I thought Monte Morris was really good for us. It was great to see him impact the game in which he did. Malik had another really solid game. That's a good team. So to beat a division opponent, to go 6-0 in our division, and to win another home game is terrific. And to do it 5-7, 6-9, that says a lot about our toughness and our resiliency.
What about McCollum and Lillard being held to 15 for 40?
Yeah, it's a hell of a challenge. I mean, those guys are one of the premier backcourts in the NBA. They put a ton of pressure on your defense. We put a lot of different guys on them, from Torrey to Malik to Jamal to Monte, and also the bigs are actively involved because of all the pick and rolls and catch and shoot screens they set for them. So that's a big part of it. I also think we did a great job. Nurkic hurts teams when he can screen and roll to the basket. And I thought our weak side awareness to account for his role was outstanding tonight, and never really let him get behind us and impact the game the way he has been impacting the game as of late.
You talk about how you never want to get soft with success, but is it important to enjoy a win like this?
I think you always have to enjoy the wins. You put so much into it. Coaches, we prepare, the players, they work on their game and their craft. If you don't stop to enjoy the wins, I don't know why you do it. So we're not, celebrating, but I think you have to enjoy the moment, you have to enjoy the win, feel good about it, and then obviously tomorrow you turn the page and start getting ready for Golden State. But division opponents, division wins are so important. And for us to be 6-0 and what I think is the most competitive, most talented, most deep division in the NBA says a lot about who we are. And to do it once again, 5 games in 7 nights, I mean, a lot of tired bodies mentally and physically, just speaks to resiliency and grit, and I love seeing that from that group.
Earlier this year, you talked about the team needing to be comfortable with uncomfortable conversations with each other. I thought Jokic was more vocal than I'd ever seen him after the last loss, critiquing the team, than to come out and do what he did tonight. What have you seen of the growth from him as a vocal leader and just as accepting that challenge to be a leader?
Yeah, he's definitely accepted it. I think this summer when he signed that contract, he understood heavy is the head that wears the crown. To much, there's going to be much asked of him now that he's our franchise player, and he hasn't shied away from that. He's gotten so much more comfortable, Adam, with being vocal, and it's easy to be vocal when things are going well. Hey, we're winning 5 in a row, but when you can be vocal after a tough loss, when you can be vocal in a huddle or get on guys, hold them accountable, that's real growth. And I love seeing that from him because we need that from him. He is our franchise player. All eyes are on him at all times, and he's embraced that. And I think he's doing a hell of a job with it.
You talked about the chemistry with this team a lot this year, the togetherness a lot. How fun is it for you to coach this specific group of guys with how they're playing and just how much it looks like they enjoy playing with one another?
Oh, it's phenomenal. And the best thing about it is it's not just the guys on the court. It's the guys on the bench. It's the guys that are still in suits because they're injured. Everybody's all in. And we talk about being selfless and always thinking we and not me. And our guys, they live it. I mean, a lot of teams talk about that stuff, but they're hollow. It's hollow words. But we have a very connected group. And I think people will say we're connected because of the winning. I think we're winning because we're connected and we care about each other, and we truly are a selfless group. And the continuity, being together, not going out and signing a bunch of free agents. We signed our own guys. We wanted to bring our own guys back because we knew, with Tim and I and Josh, we knew that we had the makings of something really, really special this year and more importantly into the future.
Were you at all surprised that the Blazers played out your guys' last offensive possession? And then what can you say about Jamal missing the shot and going right after his rebound to kind of help seal it?
Yeah, it's interesting. So there was, I think, a 3.1 differential. And I told our guys in the huddle, this is what we want to do. They may try to trap us and extend the game with possessions and put us on the foul line. But obviously they played it out. I actually thought we went a little early. I thought we could have waited a little bit more. But Jamal, we run our two-man game that's been so good to us down the stretch of many close games like it was tonight. And Jamal up and under, step through, great look, and has the presence of mind to go up and get the rebound and draw the foul. So big play. Jamal's a gamer, man. I talked to him yesterday. My challenge for Jamal Murray is consistency. And if you break down his numbers, wins and losses, it's a marked difference. He can have 36 at SAC, the next game he has 8. He can have 46 at Phoenix, next game he has 8. Said my challenge for you is, and I have to help him with this, it's not just on him, but instead of getting 46 and 8, let's get 25 a night. Great players are consistent, and I realize he's only a third-year player, and he's going to get there. The sooner he gets there, the better off he's going to be, and more importantly, this organization is going to be.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bud.